Over 60? Avoid these four proteins that damage your kidneys. As we grow older, the kidneys begin to react differently to foods we once enjoyed without worry, especially certain hidden proteins that quietly strain the filtration system after 60. As the body ages, kidney filtration slows naturally by 1 to 2% every year. This means the same foods you once digested effortlessly can now create excess metabolic waste, push your kidneys harder, and silently raise creatinine levels. And while protein remains essential for strength, immunity, and energy, not all proteins are safe for older adults with sensitive kidneys. So today, in this video, we'll explore 4 hidden protein sources that seem harmless, but can silently damage your kidneys after age 60. Each one has unique reasons for increasing workload on the nephrons, disrupting electrolyte balance, or creating metabolic byproducts that older kidneys struggle to clear. Let's begin with a protein that looks light and convenient, but quietly carries a chemical load that aging kidneys struggle to handle. Smoked chicken slices may seem like a lean, harmless source of protein, but the smoking process dramatically changes how your kidneys deal with them. When chicken is smoked, it absorbs compounds created during burning, which must later be filtered by the kidneys. For adults over 60, these compounds accumulate faster because filtration slows naturally with age, turning a simple sandwich filling into a hidden source of metabolic stress. One major issue is the intense sodium content found in smoked chicken. Sodium is used heavily for curing, preserving, and flavoring, and older kidneys cannot regulate excess salt as efficiently. This leads to water retention, swelling, and increased pressure inside the blood vessels that supply your kidneys, all of which silently raise creatinine levels over time. The protein structure of smoked chicken becomes more compact during processing, meaning each bite contains a higher concentration of protein waste. For younger kidneys, this may not be an issue, but for seniors, this denser protein creates more urea and nitrogen waste than the kidneys can comfortably clear, contributing to fatigue and toxin buildup. Another hidden problem is the use of nitrates and nitrites in smoked meats. These additives enhance flavor and color but form harmful byproducts in the body, requiring extra detoxification. Since older kidneys already work at a reduced pace, clearing these chemicals becomes a burden that can trigger inflammation inside delicate filtering tissues. Some brands also include smoke flavoring instead of traditional wood smoking. These artificial flavoring agents contain chemicals that mimic the taste of smoke but have no natural origin. When consumed frequently, they create excess waste products that force your kidneys to filter more than they can manage in a day, gradually slowing filtration even further. Because smoked chicken is dehydrated during the process, it becomes more concentrated. This dryness not only makes the protein heavier, but also reduces moisture in the stomach, causing slower digestion. Slower digestion increases protein breakdown time, meaning the kidneys are exposed to a longer, heavier load of metabolic waste. For seniors who rely on convenience foods, smoked chicken may become a regular option without realizing the cumulative impact. Eating it often can shift your fluid electrolyte balance, leading to higher blood pressure, reduced urine clarity, and the feeling of heaviness or bloating, all early signs that the kidneys are under stress. If you enjoy chicken, the safer alternative is fresh, home-cooked, low-salt chicken prepared through boiling, grilling, or steaming. These methods keep the protein lighter, avoid chemical preservatives, and allow older kidneys to handle digestion smoothly. Switching from smoked to fresh chicken can reduce inflammation, support kidney recovery, and maintain healthier creatinine levels over time. I'm making these videos for your better kidney health to give you clear, honest information you can trust. If you want me to creating content that makes your daily choices easier, write yes below. Now let's move to a protein that appears harmless and plant-based on the outside, yet becomes surprisingly heavy inside the body. Processed soy nuggets are created through a high-pressure extrusion method that transforms soft soy into a dense, rubbery product. This manufacturing process concentrates the protein far beyond its natural level, meaning your kidneys must handle a much heavier load of nitrogen waste each time you eat them, a significant challenge for people over 60. During production, moisture is removed aggressively, leaving behind a compressed protein mass that behaves very differently from whole soybeans. When digested, this concentrated structure breaks down slowly and produces more metabolic waste, which takes longer for older kidneys to filter out of the bloodstream. Many brands also add flavor enhancers, artificial colors, stabilizers, and preservatives to improve taste and appearance. These chemical additives may look harmless, but the body must eliminate them one by one. For seniors, this extra detoxification work can gradually elevate creatinine and make the kidneys feel overworked. Processed soy nuggets also contain natural anti-nutrients such as phytates and oxalates. In small amounts, these might not be harmful, but the concentrated form in nuggets can irritate kidney tissues and reduce the absorption of minerals needed for smooth kidney function. This combination increases inflammation and slows filtration. Even though soy nuggets are marketed as a convenient meat alternative, their dense and chewy texture forces the digestive system to work overtime. When digestion becomes slower, waste lingers longer in the bloodstream, which increases the kidney's workload at a time when filtration is already naturally declining with age. Another major concern is sodium. Even when they don't taste salty, processed soy nuggets often carry more sodium than expected due to seasoning blends used during production. Extra sodium leads to water retention, puffiness, higher blood pressure, and added stress on the delicate blood vessels inside the kidneys. When soy nuggets are cooked, they expand significantly, causing fullness and bloating. This physical discomfort may seem unrelated to kidney health, but slow and heavy digestion reduces metabolic speed, allowing waste to accumulate and forcing the kidneys to work harder than they should. For seniors who enjoy plant-based protein, softer and more natural options are far gentler. Boiled lentils, soft tofu, mashed chickpeas, or steamed edamame give the body clean protein without preservatives, heavy sodium, or dense waste production. These foods nourish without overwhelming the kidneys, allowing them to stay balanced and better protected. Next, let's look at a protein that feels light, flavorful, and easy to snack on, yet delivers an intense burden to aging kidneys. Spicy meat jerky may appear harmless because it's thin, dry, and high in protein, but the drying process removes almost all moisture, concentrating the protein far more than fresh meat. This means every small piece produces a large amount of nitrogen waste. For adults over 60, whose filtration speed is naturally declining, this concentrated waste becomes difficult to clear, leading to gradual strain on kidney function. Most jerky is heavily seasoned with a blend of salt, chili powders, vinegar, and curing agents. These ingredients elevate sodium levels far beyond what older kidneys can comfortably regulate. High sodium thickens the blood, pulls water into the tissues, raises blood pressure, and makes the kidneys work harder to maintain balance, all of which can quietly increase creatinine. The spicy coating, especially when made with strong chili powders and pepper extracts, can irritate the digestive tract and indirectly burden the kidneys. When digestion becomes heated or inflamed, the body releases stress hormones and metabolic byproducts that need to be filtered out. Over time, this constant cleanup effort adds yet another layer of work for aging kidneys. Most commercial jerky also contains preservatives, such as nitrites, sorbates, and smoke essence. These chemicals extend shelf life, but turn into compounds that must be removed through kidney filtration. Seniors often underestimate the impact of these additives, but the kidneys feel the cumulative load of every bite. Because jerky is dehydrated, it pulls water from the body during digestion. This subtle dehydration reduces urine volume and makes waste more concentrated. For someone over 60, even mild dehydration can cause creatinine to rise and leave the kidneys struggling to clear thickened fluids. The texture of jerky requires significant chewing and prolonged breakdown in the stomach. This slower digestion releases protein waste steadily over several hours instead of all at once. While this might sound beneficial, it actually keeps the kidneys in constant filtration mode without giving them the rest they need, like running a machine non-stop. Spicy jerky is often made from lower-cost cuts of meat that are tougher and naturally higher in connective tissue. These tougher proteins produce heavier metabolic byproducts when digested, which place additional strain on the filtering units of the kidneys. For seniors, this can worsen inflammation and reduce efficiency. For anyone over 60 who enjoys meat, gentler options are far safer. Small portions of soft, home-cooked poultry, lightly steamed fish, or boiled, lean meat. These foods provide protein with moisture, lower sodium, and fewer additives. They nourish without overwhelming the kidneys, maintaining better filtration and a calmer internal environment. Now let's explore a protein that seems tiny and harmless, but carries an unexpectedly heavy load for aging kidneys. Dried shrimp powder may be used in very small amounts, but it is one of the most concentrated forms of seafood protein. When shrimp is completely dehydrated, its protein becomes extremely dense, and even a teaspoon can release more nitrogen waste than a full serving of fresh fish. For people over 60, this concentrated waste becomes difficult for the kidneys to filter, often leading to subtle spikes in creatinine. Because the dehydration process removes all moisture, shrimp powder becomes richer not only in protein, but also in naturally occurring purines. These purines convert into uric acid inside the body, and older kidneys struggle to eliminate this excess efficiently. Over time, this can lead to inflammation around the nephrons and worsen filtration capacity. Another hidden issue is the sodium content. Many versions of dried shrimp powder are salted heavily during preparation to preserve flavor and prevent spoilage. This extra salt, even if unnoticed, enters the bloodstream quickly and forces aging kidneys to regulate fluid balance under pressure, a cycle that increases swelling, blood pressure, and internal kidney strain. Dried shrimp powder also contains natural compounds from shellfish that become more potent when dried. These compounds require extra detoxification, and the kidneys must filter them out molecule by molecule. Seniors with borderline kidney function often feel the effects as fatigue, water retention, or a feeling of heaviness after meals containing shrimp powder. Its fine texture allows it to blend easily into soups, curries, and snacks. While this may improve taste, it also makes it easy to consume more than intended. Because every pinch carries a heavy protein and mineral load, accidental overeating is common, especially in homemade meals where measurements aren't controlled. For older adults, this creates repeated spikes in metabolic waste. Shrimp powder is also naturally high in phosphorus, which becomes even more concentrated after drying. Excess phosphorus is one of the biggest concerns for people over 60, as aging kidneys lose the ability to regulate mineral levels. High phosphorus can trigger bone weakness and increase kidney workload, slowing GFR over time. Some commercial powders include artificial flavor boosters or preservatives to maintain color and aroma. These additives may be mild, but the kidneys must still process and remove them. For seniors, this extra layer of filtration can accumulate into long-term stress, especially when combined with the natural heaviness of dried seafood protein. Gentler alternatives include fresh, lightly cooked fish, homemade vegetable seasonings, or small amounts of soft tofu in place of shrimp powder. These options provide flavor and nourishment without overwhelming the kidneys with dense protein, sodium, and minerals. Choosing these lighter substitutes helps older kidneys stay balanced, clear, and less burdened throughout the day. So today we explored 4 proteins that quietly strain your kidneys after 60: smoked chicken slices, processed soy nuggets, spicy meat jerky, and dried shrimp powder. Each of these may look simple or convenient, but their concentrated protein load, added chemicals, sodium, and heavy metabolic byproducts make them difficult for aging kidneys to filter. When filtration slows with age, even small portions of these foods can push your kidneys harder than you realize. Choosing lighter proteins is not about restriction, it's about protection. When you shift towards softer, fresher, and less processed protein sources, you give your kidneys room to breathe, heal, and function more efficiently every day. Small changes like these can create meaningful improvements in creatinine, swelling, and overall energy, especially when practiced consistently. If this video supported you today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kidney Health for more senior-friendly kidney guidance. Your presence here matters, and I'm grateful you're learning with me. See you in the next video. Stay mindful, stay nourished, and take care of your kidneys.